I just pulled off the main road. This is the back way, I guess you could say, to my house. It's not really a back way, I suppose. My house, can you see it from here? Do you recognize it? Are you able to see it? I'll give you a moment. If you can, try to pause the video and take a look. Let's go from here all the way over to here. Can you see it? Let's zoom in. There it is. Right there. So yeah, from way out here, you can definitely see much better the elevation behind the house. The highest elevation of the little mountain behind the house is 700 meters. And I'm pretty sure that right there is not 700 meters, but once you drive up to the parking spot and then continue your hike up to the top, then you get to that peak and it's 700 meters, and that's the highest peak around here. But anyway, I just wanted to show this to you because this is a really good view of the layout where my house is located. This road goes in from the left side. You drive up the road here, take a right, and you drive along this, right in front of this hill, or right up this hill right here, right around this akia. You can see the top of it right there, and that's a kominka. Nobody lives there, so it's an akia. And then you drive around the corner, past my neighbor's house, and then there's my house right there. Pretty cool, huh? Yeah. Well, got all the rice fields going. Lots of rain. Plenty of water coming down from the mountains to feed them. So let's try driving from this direction out to my house. This turn right here is pretty tight, which is interesting because whenever the delivery trucks go this way, I wonder how in the world they get through here, because my car is not a K car. It's not a K van. It's a full-size van, basically. So it's challenging enough to drive this through, but to drive one of those delivery trucks through, I wonder how they can do it. So this is pretty cool right here. When you're coming around the corner, you have this view of my house, right? There it is, right there. And let's try to get it without the windshield in the way. Nice shot, I think. This is all originally, I guess you could say, this view right here would pretty much show most all of the property that originally went with this house. If you can notice, there's a little building right over there, a little shed. This building and all of this land right here also used to belong to this family, as well as the fields in the back and then some of the rice fields in the front. I don't know how many rice fields originally belonged to them, but they were very prolific. They might have owned all of these rice fields at one time. Who knows? Let's continue on. I will show you the other kominka akia that is available. Well, I'm sorry, I might have misspoke. I don't mean available for sale, because I don't know if it's for sale. I don't know. But I know that it is empty. Nobody lives here. However, it seems to be in relatively good condition. This is it right here. Very similar. When did I stop the... Oh. I accidentally touched the stop recording button with my thumb, my big old fat thumb. So the last part of the video I'll have to repeat, but that's okay because I realized I haven't done a simple walk around to show you a few things around this property. And I realized, second realization, now's a perfect opportunity to do that. So let's do it. When I stopped recording a moment ago, I was right over there. in the van, we drove around the corner right there, right in front of this kominka, which is empty, and I said a few things about it. One of the things that I was trying to say, and I think that's where I stopped the video, is that it seems to be relatively kept up. The grass is never overgrown. The house looks like, and the buildings look like they're in relatively good condition. I've never been inside, and because it's not my property, I don't just walk up there and go poking around. But I would love to find out who owns it, and if I could view it, and if it were for sale or whatever. Some of you might even be interested in getting it. If I had the cash, I would even love to get it. It'd be cool to have two. I mean, how cool would that be to have this kominka over here, plus this kominka over here? You know, how awesome would that be? Because these are the two best ones in the area. There are some smaller kominka right over here. This one, which is also largely abandoned. There is someone that comes over there sometimes and mills around and does some stuff, but nobody lives there. And overall, it's not, I guess you could say it's used in a certain way. I think probably for somebody who's out here taking care of the rice fields, maybe even this family over here, but it's definitely not lived in and, you know, kept up for living. Also, this one down here, there's a kominka there, but there's at least one older lady that's there often, and sometimes there's like a family. The other day when I was driving through there were a couple of cars parked there. The old lady was there, a younger woman, and her daughter. Oh yeah, I just realized that my phone is stopping itself from recording. I guess it's running out of space, so let me delete something. But back to this area over here. When I came by here earlier, I basically was telling you a little bit about what I know of my neighbor, the main lady who lives here. I think she's the I guess grandma, matriarch of the family. She loves planting flowers, and normally during summer it looks really nice out here, lots of flowers and stuff. I'm not going to go walking up her driveway to show you all that because, you know, their privacy and all, but what I missed out, or what I said in the video earlier, was about this building here, and I didn't get any of it recorded because I didn't realize the phone had just stopped recording. But I will tell you this. Technically, right now, legally, my property line ends right here. So the shed back there, this kura, all the way down to the other kura, the house, the other kura, the bathhouse, and all of that land on this side of the wall. So the wall that goes all the way around the back of the property, all the way over there to here, is mine. Mine legally. This building here, it was originally part of this family's stuff, and the lady here says that it belongs to me, and even her son says it's yours. They're all like, yeah, it's yours, it's yours. But from a legal standpoint, my agent says, no, if you want this little patch of land with this building, you actually have to buy it. And from my understanding, when I bought this property, I personally did not say, oh, I want this plot of land and this one and this one and this one, because technically I got 3 different plots of land that are together. But I didn't choose it to be that way. It just happened that way. It was 3 plots of land that were being sold together as one. And so I could have added on this one, but it would have cost more money. I'm not sure exactly how much more. My agent would have to tell me that. But as far as my neighbor is concerned, it belongs to me. That's interesting. It would be nice to have, like I said earlier, and I did. I forgot to mention it again just now, but the building itself will likely have to come down. However, there's a lot of wood in the building and part of the building that could be salvaged and used again. Plus, there are a lot of stones out here that could be used. I'd love to have those to do some stuff with, so that would be really, really cool. I have an idea that I'll share later that I think these would be perfect for. But as of right now, essentially from here all the way back to that wall, stone wall, and then all the way around the property, that's mine. These things that are up here on the kura roof, they look kind of dead, but if I don't pull them down soon, they're going to be all green and blooming with all sorts of leaves and stuff and everything. So I'm going to try to pull them down soon. If you look closely, you can see all of the dead leaves that are there whenever, you know, fall and winter came last year. But I want to try to get some tools out here and cut those off before they start to bloom again. I have been parking my van. There's plenty of room here as long as I park really close to the kura right up next to the building. I've been parking here recently because it's been raining the past couple of days. Whenever it rains, it sucks to park down there. Also, the walking from there all the way down to the back of the house is crappy. I mean, if it's during the day and the weather's nice, it's not too big of a deal. But if it's raining, I can't go around the back because it's really muddy and yucky. Plus, it's a long walk in the rain. I have to walk down the front here. It's very dark. There's no light down there at all. Can't see anything. And also, it's possible that the van could get stuck because if I back it in there too far, there's no pavement all the way through there. So when it starts to rain, like right now it's sprinkling. I don't know if you can see it, but it is sprinkling. So since there's going to be some on and off rain for the next couple of days, this is my parking spot. But of course, I think you can see that there's more than enough room to drive a vehicle through here. A delivery truck, a big truck, Saga's big truck can go through here right now. And if they can do it, I know that a K car can. So no big deal. Let's walk down here right quick, because there's another thing I want to show you. My poor guest house kura that needs so much work. Look at that roof. I don't know if you've ever gotten a really good look at that roof, but look at that. This is probably the best angle to see the damage and why the water has been coming in and tearing down things on the inside. It's just like how ridiculous that is. This tree right there is dead and it's been dropping limbs. Some of them have been falling into the road. Whenever that happens, I grab them as quickly as I can. I just toss them up here. Eventually they'll get burned. If I see any that look a little dangerous, I've seen some that are just kind of hanging down and they're kind of big. So I do my best to get them and pull them down and toss them over here. They'll get burned later, of course, as well as anything else that just can't be used. It's junk. But, you know, cleaning is ongoing. Right now, cleaning and burning stuff just seems to be like the ongoing, never-ending process. This is what I mentioned earlier, my current main parking spot. But sadly, it's only paved partially. It's up to about right here. Okay, right here. Yeah. Up to... Okay. Up to right here. So, there is enough room for me to park on the hill from here. So you see what happens whenever you go in too far. So you can kind of see where my original rut was. And then whenever the Chinese couple came back to get some more stuff from the guest house kura, they tried to back up a little further and they almost got stuck, but they were able to finally get out. They left some nice ruts over here though, so that's great. I don't know why, but I keep running out of storage space on the phone and it's shutting down. I've deleted like 25 or 30 gigabytes worth of stuff and it's still acting funky, but there was just one more quick thing I wanted to show you before we finish up this little video. It's become a much longer and more tedious process just because of these stupid storage issues. But anyway, earlier, if you remember, I mentioned the property originally coming all the way down to this storage building here. Yeah, the phone's starting to drag again. It's probably going to stop. But anyway, this is the little storage building that originally belonged to this property also. So basically everything from here all the way up to the tree line, all the way down behind the house, all the way around to the other side of the house, and that storage building next to the big kura. And some of the rice fields here. All of this belonged to this family once upon a time. It was quite a bit. Technically right now, and you can even see the wall if you look closely, but right here, a stone wall goes right down here all the way to that corner there. And then above that is field and some different levels of fields that have been overgrown for a while now. And then it goes up to the forest. But when I was driving up there, I saw way up there what looked like a small slide. Luckily it's not steep, and my house is not in the danger zone area, but it did appear somewhat similar to what I saw right in here when I walked up there. If you go up the road here and you enter the forest that way, you can actually walk up there and take a look at it. Till and I went up there one day. Hopefully one day Till can appear in a video. He was only in a short with me, but he hasn't been in a full video. And we're supposed to have dinner sometime soon. He said he owes me dinner. And Till, if you're watching this, man, I'm still waiting for dinner. Where are you, man? Where are you? Doko desu ka? That's it for now. So today's little adventure over the mountain pass back there behind the house, and then just a little tour of kind of around the property. That's all for now. Before my phone dies again for storage, I'll end it here. Thanks for joining me as always, and I will see you in the next video. It's John.